Hello, this is Andrew Wynn, and this video is a deep dive into my life of well being and mental recovery from the height of the pandemic. The pandemic shocked me as much as it did with everyone. Seeing so many people, young and old, pass away due to COVID and not living their full lives, I realized that something needed to be changed within my life too. In the novel we read in this class, An Invisible Sign of My Own, the main character Mona realized how much death spread everywhere and sort of accepted it but dreaded it throughout the whole story. Before the pandemic, I was kind of lazy and wouldn't go out often, but when the pandemic happened, I felt a sense of regret that I was not, as Gadamer puts it, having a desire for active participation in life or intending toward a full life. So the pandemic caused lots of boredom and regret at not exploring the world enough. And I also felt the world was working against me when I was doing Zoom University, as every class was online and I was just at home all day. But I just had to live through that. And similar to Exit West, Saeed and Nadia were living in a world where they had to work with their circumstances and had no control over the war and the violent society around them. But moving on, post time skip to my adventures. Some of these clips are my travels throughout the past few months, where I was searching for my sense of at homeness, as Todres and Gavin would put it, with myself or with my friends in the world. And from going to Mount Si to Mount Rainier to anywhere, I felt like that my home or world was expanding since my friends from high school and college grouped together in hangouts. So I realized that my physical home wasn't just my actual home, but, but rather it's the entire earth. But I must mention that I thought initially that happiness would come from hanging out and just having fun, going to clubs, drinking, doing all sorts of random things. But it is not the solution to well being, as well being is not contingent on that pleasure or happiness. The truth is, I wanted an experience of being unhindered, of being ready for and open to everything, as Gadamer would say again. So I had to understand why I'm doing this, why am I doing that, and what I could learn from it. So through hiking, I learned that there is more to the world than entertainment by technology, such as video games and movies. But video games have been a big part of my life as it just ex- it just expanded to a digital world where in a place where I could escape from the actual world. But in the end, that stuff is not real, and I had to live in real life. Same with movies. I felt like it was a sort of escapism where I would watch superhero movies, things that are fiction but they're entertaining, and to sort of escape from the world. And but those things they really didn't expand on my actual homeness. So therefore, through this pandemic, I learned a lot through the process before, during, and after, and I'm glad it ended the way it did. I'll now talk about personal life goals. I hope to live a life without regrets, unlike Arthur in Station 11, where, for example, he felt bad that he did not appreciate things more in life, like Miranda and her comics and the fact that he cheated on her. So I would say I set myself up in college very well, as this summer I'll be continuing my internship from last summer at a company startup called Modica Micro Industries, where I'll be working on robotics projects. After that, I'll be having lots of fun in Las Vegas, so hopefully I won't go too crazy. Then later this year, I'll be starting my engineering career at the Boeing company, and I'll be a materials processes and physics engineer. That is my title, and I'll be helping do manufacturing technology integration, where I'll be bringing new technologies into the manufacturing production line to help with the research and development process and airplane productions.